First of all, I thought I'd show you how pretty that is. The dappled shade. Actually, the shutters on this door should be closed and they're not. And I've noticed that the wisteria is not as lush as it has been. Quelle surprise. That's the other window. Those shutters are closed. I'm here and... oh, sorry. I've got nothing on my feet, which is why I am lower. Because I'm not short, really. Trying to get some decent light. This is mainly for Jules at Chateau Chat and for Brooke and Rebecca at Living in the Loire and anyone else trying to grow a YouTube channel. I haven't looked at Brooke and Rebecca's subscribers recently, but they were ahead of me, and they probably still are. I don't know, but I was looking because Brooke commented on the vlog that I did about the tiny house guy, you know, who earned loads of money on his vlog, and Brooke commented on that. I think it was Brooke. I can tell sometimes by how it's written that it's Brooke, not Rebecca. I went and looked at his videos, and because I use YouTube Buddy, I can see other people's SEO. I can see what they've tagged, and I can see their SEO score. So the Tiny House guy's SEO score on the two of his videos that I looked at is around 90, which is amazing. I have seen people with SEO scores of 100, but I haven't really looked into why they are 100, because I would only look into why they are 100 if it was a vlog that was sort of similar to mine, because then you can look at what people are using and tagging and use them for yourself. So anyway, I looked at Brooke and Rebecca's Living in the Loire, and I looked at Chateau Chat, or is it Chateau Chat? I'm not sure. Chateau Chat, which is Julie, and neither of them have, their SEO scores are between 0 and 10, and that surprised me. It didn't surprise me with Jules, because I don't know whether she's planning or trying to grow her channel, but if she is, then I'm about to talk about how to do it. But I was surprised at Brooke and Rebecca's. So I use YouTube Buddy. Now, I had lots of help at the beginning from Phil, who's got plus 90,000 subscribers on his Tom Lee RC channel. So I had lots of help from him at the beginning about how to do search engine optimization tags. So when you upload your video, and when you're going into your video to edit it, and you go down and you tick not for kids, or whatever you tick, I tick not for kids. If you keep going down, it says show more. If you keep going down, there's a box where you can put tags in. So for instance, I would put in my video, the tail back to Europe, I would have put Dover Calais, queues in Dover. I might even have put, I often repeat the title in that box. And if I've linked to anything, I put that in the box. So anything you've spoken about, you will put it in that box with a comma, and it will become a tag. For instance, if I'm talking about the hens, and they're mainly Brahmas, apart from a one expat, I'll put Brahmas in France, raising backyard hens, all of that. And what happens with YouTube Buddy is that you put tags in, and it will offer you examples of tags you might want to use. So and then you click on them and it adds them. So it's really helpful if you're wanting to grow your channel. Now, I don't know how my Tail Back to Europe did so well. I mean, it's my best vlog yet in terms of views. It's not quite tiny house level That's amazing. And imagine at the end of a month, when last month you earned $200, and at the end of the next month you've earned $28,000. Imagine that, eh? Imagine. But um, yeah. So, but my Tower Back to Europe one did really well, completely and utterly sort of unexpected by me. I was really surprised. It was just me doing my thing. Oh, just nip out here and say this. No, it's still not even up and dressed properly. Um, so I'm not saying that using YouTube Buddy and putting in your SEO tags will create a viral video for you, but you really need to be doing that if you're wanting to grow your channel. So I hope that's helpful. I'll put links into YouTube Buddy. I'll put links in for Julie's channel. I'll put links in for Brooke and Rebecca's channel, which is a lovely channel. I mean, Julie's is a I'm not going to say it's a lovely channel. It's an interesting channel. She talks about what's going on in her southernmost chateau compared to what's going on in another chateau. But Brooke and Rebecca are doing a very normal sort of French, vlog about their garden and about what they're doing in their house. They've got two lovely boys. So have a look at those. We have been out this morning briefly before it got too hot. We're looking for suitcases. We don't need them till May, but I want them. We are going away in at the end of September, and I want to do a practice pack, because we cart around with us in the car sort of soft bags. We don't have proper airline sort of suitcases that fit the dimensions and everything, and I wanted to get my head round that. And I'm just having number blindness. I am really struggling, and I'm not saying struggling today. I've struggled for days. So I look at what you're allowed, and it's explained in 2 or 3 different ways, which totally confuses me. And ultimately, not when we go to Normandy, that's not an issue because we'll be going in the car. But ultimately, I have to base our luggage allowance on what we can take on the train. So everything we take across on the plane has to also be allowed on the train. And I think the weight limit on the train is less than on the plane, which we find rather astonishing because the train's on the ground and the plane's got to get off the ground. But tant pis, that's the way it is. So we've been out. We went to Chauvigny. There's a shop there that sells suitcases, but it's closed for the holidays, we discovered. I expected that. It wasn't a surprise. It's August, finding any. But there aren't any, even in Poitiers. There is one over, there's a shop possibly over at Auchan. But the trouble is, it's a bit of a step to go over there and find that they're not open either. I think we're going to wait until the shop's open in Chauvigny and go back there. But I need to look at them and feel them and touch them and feel how they feel to wheel around. I've also just not got rid of, I've still got it. I've got an Italian leather handbag that's quite big, and I carry my world around in it, everything and its mother. And I've just swapped that out for an old day sack rucksack because it's better for my shoulder and my my shoulders and my neck. So I'm using that instead of my handbag, which I'm trying to get used to. But the actual straps are not comfortable here on that, where I'm sort of, my arms are bare, just before under my arms. So I will need a more comfortable rucksack. But that's not desperate. But it's quite nice having my stuff on my back and not feeling laden, because my handbag would sort of, if I bent over or did something, it'd swing round and lean on my neck. So so we're looking for luggage and looking for a rucksack for me, working out what we can take on board, because we have to take our CPAP machines. They come in proper carry cases, but they have to go on. So yeah, he bought a map this morning. He bought a map of Canada. Now, Canada, I hadn't realised until I started reading this, The Last Spike, Well, I hadn't realised. Let's not lie. I didn't know. It's vast. It's massive. And if you Google and say Canada overlaying Europe or whatever, it's massive. It goes up to Scandinavia. It goes down to Morocco. It goes across to Iraq or Iran. It's massive. So he bought this map, a Michelin map. So yeah, really nice map. It wasn't. It was €14. It wasn't expensive. Got it out, kept opening it and opening it and opening it. And it is impossible to look at. It's impossible to put it on the wall. And all of the map that we need is in this bit at the bottom on the border of the United States. Because most of Canada, according to the book I'm reading, most of Canada is uninhabited apart from, the odd small, I don't know what you would call it, the odd small settlement or something. But the 90% of the population all live down in that southernmost, across from east to west, not that far from the border of the United States. So we've got this massive map and we only want, I don't know, 10% of it. And what's annoying is it's on two sides. So if you put it on the wall, you can see one side of it, but not the other. So I'm going to look for an atlas type map book thing. That has to be easier because I struggled. Yeah, really struggled. It's such a vast map. So to try and find, apart from Toronto and Vancouver, I found, but the other places we're going, it was like really working hard to find out and find them on the map. So, but it is massive, this country. But I guess if you're Canadian, you knew that, and I don't because I'm not Canadian. So, anyway, so we're out tonight with some friends of ours, well, with Cleo and Etienne and friends of theirs as well. So we're going to have a meal at our local restaurant, and I'm looking forward to that because we've not seen them since, what's the date? Where are we? Mid-August. We've not seen them since art finished at the end of, was it July? August, September. No, it was before that, wasn't it? Maybe it was the end of June and she's having July and August off and we're back in September. Yeah, the end of July, June, end of June. So it'd be nice to see them. He's been on his, had 4 weeks rehabilitation because of his heart attack. So it'd be good to see how he is and what he learned and what he needs to do. And so, but it's going to be stinking hot because this is the hottest day, 36 apparently, 37, I think, early evening, because here the hottest time of day is 5 and 6 o'clock, and last night did not cool down really. We had to put the aircon on last night and it was set at 16, which is way too cold, and in the middle of the night I had to get up and turn it off and rest it out of the room because I was freezing. So tonight we'll use it, but we'll have it on 18 or 19, which is comfortable. You don't want it freezing, but you still want to be quite cool, so we'll put that on. And on the forecast for Sunday, we have storms and rain. And because of the type of weather we've had, sadly, it's quite likely that the storms will be violent and could cause havoc with the fires that they're fighting in Gironde. I've shared something just now on Facebook. There's a fire, a big forest in Brittany that's got is on fire, which is very, it's north. It's not down south where Gironde is, so it's quite worrying. And the worry is if the rain doesn't come before the storm, then there's a risk of lightning strike causing more fires. So it's quite frightening, really, what's going on. Nothing near here, thankfully, but I do need to start thinking about I need to sort of perhaps something ready to move, ready to pack, documents and things. And then I thought about, God almighty, we'd have to catch the chickens. We do have a plastic cage they can all fit into for a temporary move. It's not ideal for them. They can't live in it. And then we'd have to catch Ida. That would be fun. Easy to catch the cat, but catching Ida will be the hardest thing. But that's what we'd have to do and move out, which is what people do, isn't it, when there's a forest fire? Hopefully it doesn't come to that, but it's in the back of my mind. Anyway, that's it. And have a good evening, and see you whenever I see you next time.